Man, today it's nice outside.
It wasn't terribly hot.
I
That
know,
was
so good. Oh, put the top down on the Jeep and was just like, "This is beautiful."
I was working in my classroom.
No, so what do you teach?
I teach kindergarten.
Oh my God. God bless you. Because when I was like, before I student taught, I did like a half a semester because I graduated early. I did a half semester as like a building aide or like a TA kind of position.
Yeah.
And like in the mornings, I did some kindergarten work. Oh, dude, this kindergarten wore me out there. Mr. Ron, come over to the little, area where the kitchen
Oh,
was sitting,
yeah.
and I had to help him like do some like, like structured like, pre-reading stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's why I taught sixth grade. I was like, I want to go to the other end of the spectrum with my
See, I
certification.
need them shorter than me.
Oh, oh. I said kindergarten teachers, man, should be getting paid like twice my salary. There's no way. Like, oh my God, and like one of those things I did for a while there was like, so this was back because again, I'm old, right? So they had AM and PM kindergarten back then, right?
Mhm.
Kids only went half.
Yeah, that's how I grew up too, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's like there'd be a switch over time, right? So like the AM kids be leaving, the PM kids be coming in, and like that's when the teachers took their lunch. And so I would go in and kind of be like I kind of supervise the class as like the changeover was happening so the
Mhm.
teacher could eat. And so they would like the kids be, kind of playing like some free play, like, whatever as they were kind of coming and going. And those kids would like be dragging me over. Oh, Mr. Ramen, play, come to the kitchen. Come, I'm choking on a plastic chicken leg or,
I know, yeah. Eating a
come
lot of fake food in my time.
exactly. I'm like, I mean, it was like I was trying to keep all these like 20 kids alive. Like, I'm like, yeah, I just want to teach sixth grade, like, and talk about social study stuff and teach science
Mhm.
experiments and like, let's do some math and some reading. I'm like, oh, I mean, I would go home every day. I'm like, I was only in there for like 30 minutes, like out of my day. And I'm like, that was the 30 minutes. And then my lunch duty where I had to punch all the Capri Suns.
Oh
And
god.
like
Oh, yeah.
50% of the time I'm punching the straw right through the back. And I'm just like, dude, I just ruined your Capri Sun. I'm so sorry. Let me go get you 2 milks. I got to buy them from, I lost money when I was a TA because I probably got like $7 a day back then. It was brutal.
Oh, man.
Those were the days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So my wife, she just retired like this, or she retired last year, and like we were shooting pool. I guess that was on what's today, Wednesday. So
Yeah.
Monday night we were shooting pool, or I guess it was maybe last night. Yeah, it was last night. We were shooting pool down in our basement. I got a pool table for last Christmas, and she's like, I should be at Meet the Teacher. This is the first year in 28 years I haven't been at Meet the Teacher right now. I was like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, let me drive you up there. She's like, no, 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 no.
Just meet random kids.
Yeah, I'll take you up there. I was like, if you miss it, we're good. We're good. We can play some more nine ball. I was like, rack them up. Let's go. I was like, I hear you. All right. So I do miss the teaching though. I miss the kids and stuff like that. That was fun. But like it got
I
nuts at
know,
the
I
end
know.
with all the kids.
Luckily, I work at a private school with small class.
That's good. Yeah, see, and I taught gifted my last like
Yeah.
8 years. So I had classes of like 7 to 10, and I
Mhm.
got to write my own lessons because it was just gifted.
Yeah.
So I taught like Lego robotics and like building rockets out of 2-liter soda bottles and just blasted them like 500 feet in the air and it land on almost hit cars in the road. I got away with that. Well, my best friend's mom was my boss, so that helped.
There
Like
you go.
in high school, I had the best job in the district. When I walked away, I was like, "What am I doing?" Like, I do have the best job in the entire school district, but this is kind of better, so I
Yeah.
can't argue. But it was like, dude, do I leave this one because this is the best job? All right, so this is 2747. Let's have some fun here. I think we're good. Let's see, are we on Instagram? Yep. All right, here we go. Welcome to episode 2747 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for dropping in here to start another great week here on the show. At the top of the podcast, I want to send a shout out again to all of our teachers and students headed back to school. Got to send a special shout out this time to my youngest daughter, Mallory, starting her senior year of high school today up at the H, Francis Howell. Yes, she was 2 months old when this podcast started, and she's starting her senior year today. So our show's been around a minute. That's how you get to 2,747 shows, plus a bunch of live shows that we didn't count back in the day. So thanks for being here. I know a lot of you guys have been with us for quite a long time for all the episodes. And so I just want to say thank you for always lending us an ear and spending some time with us, coming on the shows, calling in on Sunday nights, sailing with us, helping us raise money for Give Kids the World, running with us in the races. We have the best community. And I just want to say thanks here on a Monday. And for all those teachers, students, parents that are dropping kids off this week at colleges, it's just a renewing time of the year. That's the great thing about education in general, is that you get a fresh start. And wherever you are with the kids, if you're a parent, it's a fresh year. So let's make the most of it. And even if you're not in education, adopt that this week. Because I'm not in this anymore. I used to be, and I kind of miss it, but then a lot of times I don't, I'll be honest, but I do miss the teaching part. But what I do miss is that fresh start this time of year, the fresh pencils, the going into the classroom, everything is reset. You can do that in your life. So just give yourself kind of a pat on the back, fresh start, make the most of this week, make the most of this season, and get rocking. Let's make this a great week. And speaking of education, we have an educator here on the show today to share a recent trip to Walt Disney World. Stephanie's joining us from just west of Mizzou out in Boonville, Missouri. Stephanie, thanks for coming on the show. What's up?
Thanks for having me. How are you?
I am doing great. Glad to have you on the show. So kindergarten teacher. That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I like the hugs. They still like you. They're still scared of you.
A little respectful fear.
Exactly.
I'll tell you that. So before we get into the Disney stuff, you're a teacher. What advice would you have for somebody in our audience? Because we have a lot of, it's funny because Disney and teachers, there's a lot of overlap. I mean, we had so many Disney fans in all the schools that I taught. I taught like 3 or 4 different ones in my career. What would you say for somebody, maybe like a first year teacher, somebody getting into education, advice for going back to school to have a successful school year, or even for parents, kindergarten?
If you're going back in, just kind of, because I left for a while and I went back in, so I kind of understand that. Just lower your expectations. You don't have to have a Pinterest classroom.
Yeah.
You just need to be there. And the kids don't care if your decor is perfect or your bulletin board is great. They just care that you care about them. And for parents, we love your kids as almost as much as you love them. So they are in great hands. We worry about them at night as well. We are, we're constantly thinking of how we can make things better for them. So the feeling is mutual. We love them too.
That is great. Well, I wish you and all of our teachers and all of our students great success here in the 25-26 school year. And it all starts now. And especially our kids going off to college for the first time. Emily Gardner, kill it up there, be a Wolverine and make it happen. All right. So, and we have a Saluki too in the audience, Tracy's daughter. We're proud of her. So let's get into this and talk about your trip. Now, you are out in mid-Missouri, which is kind of cool, but tell us about your Disney fandom, how this all got rolling for you out. So are you native to mid-Missouri or like?
I'm actually a St. Louis native. I grew up in Florissant.
Hang on. We don't get Flowtown. Wasn't here. That's where I'm from.
I actually went to high school with Ricky.
Oh my God, Hazelwood Central.
Exactly.
That's my alma mater. Now we're rocking. All right, here we go.
So yeah, we went when I was 6 in 1988, and so I have been probably 20 times, which is sometimes embarrassing. And then my poor husband married into this in 2008, and we went in 2009 for the first time and got him hooked. And then in 2014, I had our daughter, and in about a year and a half, we got her into it.
Nice.
So we are multi-generational.
Okay, so I got to ask, how'd you end up in Boonville? Was it a job situation?
It was my husband's job. He's actually a Lutheran pastor, the same denomination that Ricky's husband was ordained in. I was just like, we just keep crossing over. Yeah. So yes, we used to live in Michigan, actually. We lived in northern Michigan in the Mitten. And then we moved to Boonville about 9 years ago.
Nice. I just love getting to know everybody on the show.
Yeah.
I know people are like, well, what's going on here? This is what it's all about. All right. So that's very cool. And that you're a friend of Ricky that long. That's pretty awesome too. And you're from Flowtown. So real quick, like What do you miss about Florissant? Like, what were some of your favorite things back in the day? 'Cause and
My
it's like
favorite
30
things.
seconds. I mean, like
Yeah,
like
there's
Fritz's or
Fritz's,
yeah, there you go.
Fritz's, obviously. Um, what are some things that just like,
You miss
I love.
Valley Flowers?
Yes, I
Yeah.
haven't taken my daughter yet, I want to,
Oh,
yes.
they
I
quit having
used
the rides, so it's not even worth going anymore, so
I used to be in the parade.
mhm,
My
me too.
grandpa restored antique cars, so I used to be in the 1911 Ford waving at everyone in the
Well,
parade.
my maybe 5 people, but this is awesome. This is all
It really is. So, yeah, I used to yeah, I do miss that, and so it's but my parents still live there, so I get to go back every once in a while
that's
when we
cool.
get a chance
I'll t
and relive.
I love that. I miss Las Fuentes, the Mexican restaurant. 'Cause I
Oh,
used to
that is a good one.
all the time, but now I have El
Yeah,
Azteca, which is my new Las Fuentes, so
yeah.
we're all good. I just visited 30 minutes ago. So, all right, so let's dive into this trip. So how
Mhm.
did this trip come together that we're gonna talk about? What was the genesis of this trip?
My parents were like, "Hey, do you wanna go to Disney World?" And we were like, "Yes, that would be amazing."
Cool.
And, we get out of school kind of early. My daughter goes to a private school, and I teach at a private school. So we get out, um, pretty much the first full week of May is our last week. And so we're like, "We're gonna try to hit it before all the schools gig out. Maybe it's gonna be a little cooler." And there was a heat wave
Yep.
in Florida. So we were yeah, and we hadn't been in a while. I think our last trip was 2021, and we went to Disneyland between that, but so we hadn't been to World in a while, so we said, "Let's go."
Okay, so like what's your level? So it had been a while.
Mhm,
So, coming out of just a little post COVID and then,
mhm,
going down after that. So what was your like planning like for this? I mean, are you because like in our clubhouse,
mhm,
the Discord server, we have like all levels of planners. I mean, Mohawk is like 10 out, he's like a 12
mhm,
out of 10 when it comes to like spreadsheets and all this stuff.
mhm,
I'm like a -2 out of 10 when it comes to planning. I just kind of show up. Like I don't make ADRs ever or anything. Like there'll be food. Yeah, if
yeah.
I got to get corn dog nuggets, that's cool. Because I do this every day for everybody, right? I don't care about my own trips, to be honest. Like, because usually I'm with Scott, and Scott has all the ADRs. I'm like, dude, just tag me on. Let's go. I'll eat anywhere. I don't care. I'll eat whatever. So, where do you fall when it comes to planning, and like, how was that? And was it shocking because there was such a gap between your trips?
We're kind of in the middle of super planner and kinda going with the flow. It was kinda shocking because, I mean, it was very different from 2021 because there was that one we were kind of more go with the flow because there were still some COVID restrictions and things like that. And then this time we decided we weren't going to do a ton of sit down meals. We really wanted to experience some of the counter service we hadn't experienced before, and we didn't really want to take the time to sit down. So I was kind of in between. And then the whole new lightning lane thing, I was kind of well versed in it, but we wanted to kind of see how it worked as we did it. Because again, this is not going to be our last trip. So
Mhm.
we weren't going to go all in on lightning lanes until we kind of figured it out on our own.
And we'll talk about that once we get into the parks. I'm curious about
Mhm,
that because I still have only used Lightning Lane one time at
mhm.
World because well, I mean, because again, if you get to go a lot, and I'm more of a soak up the atmosphere kind of guy at this point in my
Yeah.
life. Like and I don't do the big rides as much as like the kind of more mid-tier stuff,
Yeah.
Living with Land and all that, Spaceship Earth, I'm good with that, Grand Fiesta Tour, stuff like that. So I don't sweat it. But if like when I was with my oldest daughter Paige, we had one day after a cruise. She hadn't been to the studios in like 5 years. We bought it that day and we saw everything. I mean, it
Mhm,
does serve its purpose. We got everything done. She only had one day. So but we'll talk about that. So let me ask you. So you did a split. You stayed at Pop Century and the Contemporary.
mhm.
So do you talk to your husband about this, your daughter? Like, how do you decide? I like that split. I mean, but how'd you come down to those two hotels?
We wanted to stay sorry, we wanted to stay at the Contemporary, in 2021 because it was the 50th anniversary, and we wanted to stay at the OG, but it was
Mhm.
under construction.
Yep.
So oh darn, they sent us to the Grand Floridian. Tears, tears.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Not bad.
tears. Um, so we were like, "Okay, this time we're gonna do the Contemporary," and then we're like, "Well, we've kinda grown out of needing, suites with my daughter, like, she's older now, she she can now go to sleep with us. She can stay up later. We don't need that separate room. So we went to Pop because we really love the Skyliner. And so we wanted Skyliner access, and then we wanted to do the Contemporary just because it's an OG and because of the monorail, which we fell in love with when we got sent to the Grand Floridian,
So
having
did
that
you
easy access.
so you did Pop first and then Contemporary?
We did Pop and then Contemporary.
I say 'cause it'd be kind of rough the other way around.
It really would have been because, oh, man.
That's what I was gonna say. That'd be a little tough. So
We felt spoiled. My daughter was like, "This is the fanciest place I've ever been in my life."
because and I'll be honest, like I had never stayed at the Contemporary is kind of my last place. I'd never stayed at World. I still haven't stayed in a cabin at Fort Wilderness, which Scott and Jason, everybody's like, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And I'm trying to talk my wife into it. I'll probably do it without her at some point, like when I'm down for a race. This is not great for a race either, but like for some event or something. But and I'd be solo, so that'd be weird because I sleep 6.
Mhm.
But I just to check out, for like a couple days, check off the box. But I was there at the Contemporary for the Cool Kids Summer event in June, and dude, I was in a garden wing room. Now, were you in the tower or what? How was that?
We wanted to be, like, where the monorail is, like, that
Mhm.
was our thing, so we were there, and so we could walk out our room, and I could see the monorail, and you could look down, and you could see Chef Mickey's, and you
Yeah.
could see the Contempo Cafe, and then apparently any room is a theme park view room if you try hard enough. We we were facing the pool, and if you just kinda turned your head a little bit, you could see Epcot.
Okay.
So
All
we
right.
got to see the ball, like, we could see, Spaceship Earth, with the lights every night, so that was really cool. I kinda did the same thing when we were stayed at Grand Floridian. I realized, like, on day 2, if I just turned my head, I could see the castle. Um, but
Depends how much danger you're willing to
exactly, so if you try hard enough,
hang off the balcony. Exactly.
you just hang your head out at the balcony. But that was really cool to see Spaceship Earth, and it's glowing at night and the lights, when we were there.
Yeah, it's kind of what you look for, right? When you're staying at the Contemporary, like I had a garden wing room, but the thing was, like, I immediately got excited because my room was a water view, garden wing water view. But I called Pam immediately, got on FaceTime, and I said, I can sit here on my bed and watch the boats go back and forth over to Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. And I was just like, I got the biggest kick out of that. I'm like, it's so relaxing. Because it was just me, right, for like 3 days. And I pulled the drapes and I'm just laying on my bed. Like it was just like you. It was so hot
Yeah.
outside. It was like
Mhm.
110. Like it was just like, the heat was trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I had the AC on full blast. It was like 62 degrees in that room. And I'm just watching those boats go back. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna go back outside for the next 3 days. Like, this room is awesome. It's
I
huge. It's
know, it's
like
so
I
nice.
love The Incredibles. I mean, wasn't that the rooms looked awesome.
Like,
I love
the attention to detail for The Incredibles without being gaudy, you know what I
it.
mean, is chef's kiss. I mean, they outdid themselves.
I kept saying, man, I need this like Frozone pillow. Like, I love
Right.
Frozone. Like, I'm like, he's just cool as cool. And like, I always say Frozone's cool as the other side of the pillow because Stuart Scott used to say that on ESPN. I'm like, he's actually a pillow, I think. Like, it's like the irony. Like, somebody's playing a joke here that knew Stuart Scott. But anyway, I was like, yes, I loved it. Like, that room, I would book, especially, I mean, I'd only experienced a garden view. Of course, I'd have loved to have been in the tower. And my buddy Ben, who went down with me, he had some kind of mix up on his reservation and they upgraded him because of the mix up to the tower, which I didn't know about until like day 2 of the trip. I'm like, dude, where are you? Like, I thought maybe we were like next door to each other or something because we came down here on the same event together. He's like, dude, they messed up my reservation. I'm in the tower. I'm like, you're where? I'm like, what? How'd you get the tower? I'm like, he's like, yeah, I didn't tell you. So we're checking out tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I'm like, and I'm over here like a peon in the, like over in the garden with. Nah, it was fine. It was great. I
Yeah.
loved it. So what was it? What were your thoughts on Pop though? Because Pop serves a purpose. I'll be on Pop's a great resort too. But I mean,
Yeah, we really liked Pop. We, got a preferred room so that we could be close to the Skyliner. So we were with the Play-Doh, so right
yeah,
across from the Hippy Dippy pool. It was perfect walking distance to go to the food court. It was great to go to the Skyliner, and it worked beautifully. And we were on the other side of from the pool, on the other side of the building, so it
yeah,
wasn't too loud.
that's good.
Um,
I
I know.
prefer that myself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like I think like 15 years ago, I like being on the pool side. I don't know if it's just me getting to be like Carl on Up or something or whatever, but
Yeah.
like you put me on the opposite side of the pool. Like I can walk around if I want to have all that smoke.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like
I
I want
know.
energy and pop, but I don't need it like when I'm trying to go to sleep. I
Exactly.
don't need to be up
Exactly.
till midnight. I'm old. Oh, God, I've been doing the show too long. It's just like I said, Valerie's 2 months old. She's a senior today. Like what? I need to like just stop being a cranky old man. I need my little walking stick and like get off my lawn.
I know.
Man, you're sounding old. Okay, so I just love talking about all this stuff. So let me ask you this: so you booked the Pop Century
Mhm.
or the Skyliner? So in general, did the Skyliner work out for transportation? Because you mentioned in your notes, like you booked you stayed at the Contemporary for the Magic Kingdom access, and then
Mhm.
you booked the Pop Century, I'm guessing, for the studios and Epcot access.
Mhm.
Did that plan come to fruition throughout the trip? Was this a
It was
plan that worked well?
beautiful, beautiful. We did take the bus to Animal Kingdom that first day because we were like, let's get it out of the way while we're fresh, because we all know it's Animal Kingdom hot over there. But yes, it worked beautifully. There was my parents did get stuck, so almost to the point where they were allowed to break out the emergency
Oh my
supplies.
god, see that? I've never even come close to that. I've like wondered like when I've sat there, but I'm like, oh, here we go again. We're good. I don't want
Yes,
to close.
yes. So they were there, they were stuck on it, so almost had to they were allowed to open the emergency supplies. They didn't need to, but, um,
No
they
thanks.
that didn't take them. They still wrote it again, but yeah, it works great. Maybe it worked out too great for the France Bakery and Epcot because, you're walking out and you're like, "Oh, look, there's the France
Yeah.
Bakery. Let's pop in and then get on the Skyliner."
Is there such a thing though? I mean, it's like me at Disneyland with the Gibson girl. Like I've said on the show many times, there's a $10 tax for me to leave Disneyland because I immediately I'm like Pavlov's dog. Like I have to mobile order a double scoop
Mhm.
ice cream cone just to leave the park.
We
I
had to
can't
get
leave the park
some
without one.
sort of French pastry before we left.
Exactly. It's like the cost to leave the park and get on the Skyliner. They're no dummies. Yeah. So, I mean, and I like that. I mean, it was a great strategy to do that. And so, I guess when you're at the Contemporary, you guys just walk over to the Magic Kingdom because
We
I found that to be a nice walk for me.
Yeah, we thought about it, but we didn't wanna it was so hot, we didn't
No,
wanna
it's true. It was
take
super
our
hot.
energy from
Yeah,
the heat,
good
so we
idea.
did end up taking the monorail, which
Yeah,
we love the monorail
that's true.
anyway, it's like an attraction in and of itself, we like to call it. So yeah, we just take the monorail on over and back, and that worked out perfect too.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I always forget about that. Yeah, because you could. What was I thinking?
Especially when you could see it. I really wanted a stool so I could sit over and watch the monorail go by from our room, but
You know what? They should just maybe it's kinda like Animal Kingdom Lodge or something, like, where you see the animals, right? I mean, because it's an
yeah,
attraction, like, they should have maybe a couple of benches or, like,
that
bar
would be so
stools
nice so that you
for
could
people
watch
to out.
and
Or you could put, like, like a little, ledge where you could, like, put your laptop and just
yeah,
watch the sunrise
it
come by.
was fun to watch the celebrating at Chef Mickey's
Um,
because at first I was like, "What is that? What's going on?" And it's like, "Oh, the characters are dancing." And we got a bird's eye view,
that's a great idea. Maybe they're worried about, like, Disney hobos, like, camping out there all
probably, or somebody doing something silly.
who knows? It's crazy. Yeah, I wanna put that into ChatGPT and see what kinda image I get there. That would not be good. Alright, so let's talk about the times in the theme park. So you mentioned it was super hot. So again, that kind of puts a damper on things, but you're a smart Disney fan. You've been there
Mhm,
many times, so you know kind of strategies to counter the heat.
mhm.
So what were some of the better moments of times in the theme parks? You can go park by park or just some of the highlights.
Well, we ended up doing the midday break,
Mhm.
that was awesome, and then kinda closing it down a little bit, in the evening. Um, so we went to Animal Kingdom, we hit all the greatest hits, and then we were like, "This is hot," and we left. And then we took a midday break, and then we went to Hollywood Studios, and that was an amazing night. We were able to knock out everything we wanted to ride in Star Wars, so Rise of the Resistance and, Smuggler's Run. We basically walked onto Rise as the park was closing, like, not like, we had, like, 15 minutes before close, and it was just pretty much walk on. And then we also, before that, did Toy Story Land and did all 3 rides in Toy Story Land, and we're able to basically check those kinda off the list the first day we were there. So that was awesome. So then and we actually was that no, that was not our early night. So then,
Real quick though, that is a great strategy to bounce to DHS like kind of later in
mm,
the day
mhm,
because a lot of folks are either going to go to Phantasmic if there's a showing or
mhm,
bounce out of there for some
mhm,
reason, like around late afternoon. Because you're right, if you want to get on Rise with a short wait,
mhm,
like go like an hour before park closing or later,
yeah.
and you're probably getting on in like 20-25 minutes or less.
Yeah, I mean, the wait was to walk the line.
Yeah. I've had that happen to me. Yeah, where basically, yeah, it's like a walk on. You
Mhm,
just got I mean, it's a long queue.
it
It's a
is.
walk on, but it's like 15 minutes because it takes that long to get up there. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's a great and Toy Story's better at night too. Toy Story Land.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. The whole Disney's Hollywood Studios better at night with all the neon and stuff too.
It really
Inside
is, yeah.
and stuff, yeah. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, it's fine, it's fine.
that's a great strategy, so don't discount
It
that.
really was. It was a
Yeah.
Sunday night, so the Sunday night seemed to go good. Because then we tried that strategy again later in the week, and it didn't quite work out, so maybe it was just a Sunday night, thing that did work out. And so then we were, packed it in, went on to the Skyliner and headed on back. And then I believe the next day we decided to do Epcot, and we did a few of the things, like was that Living with the Land Day? It started to all run together because it was so
Hey,
hot.
that
Uh,
sounds great. Living with the land day sounds like a heck of a day to me. I
it
was like,
was amazing. We love living with the land. Even my even my daughter, I don't think that might have been her first time on it. Because for a while it used to be longer. I think it used to be longer.
no, I don't think they've
Did
ever
they
changed the
shorten it?
track, but they used to have a cast member on the boat,
Okay.
which was awesome. Like, they used to
Yes, I
actually
do.
give the
Yeah.
narration, like, on the boat, which was
Yeah.
that was better. I don't
Yeah.
think I think it's always been the same track as far
It
as I
might have been. I don't know, but for a while, I thought
know.
my daughter would be too young for it, and now she's like, "Living with the Land." She loves, um, Spaceship Earth.
Good
So,
kid. That's good.
yeah,
You're bringing her up right. That's right. Two of the
yeah,
best
she often
2 of the best
requests
attractions ever, right there.
yeah,
Bam,
she
bam.
often requests Carousel of Progress.
Yes, there
That's
you go, 3
also
for
a good
3.
one. She actually has become our planner. She watches a lot of YouTube videos and then tells us all the scoop, and
Bringing her up right.
but yeah, we did a lot of Epcot while we were on the Skyliner, because that one's kinda so big and it was so hot, so we were taking that chunk by chunk. Um, and then we did another Hollywood Studios day at night, and we were trying to get on Mickey Minnie's, but it closed down, and it didn't look like it was gonna start back up. So we decided it was our move day. We're like, okay, we're gonna get up extra early. We're gonna literally use the extra magic hours, which we did. We rode the Skyliner, got in, rode Mickey and Minnie's, and we were out of the park by the time it opened for everybody else.
I
And the security was like, "What are you doing?"
I've done things like that before too, and, like, all the people looking at you when you're leaving, like, "What did you, like, forget like, did you leave the iron on back in your
"Are
room?"
you okay?" And I was like, "No, we just needed this one ride and check it off the list," and we moved on and went to Magic Kingdom.
I love that. People are like, "Where are you going?"
And we did do Muppets for one last time and said our goodbyes.
Yeah, sad. I know.
Um, so that was a good one.
So
So
you mentioned the lightning lane thing. So tell me about how this kind of unfolded during the trip. Like, when did you use it? Did you use it at all? Or like, how did you kind of decide like on that?
we
And how
used the Lightning Lane for Guardians. I actually bought that I think before we left. Because we had never ridden Guardians before. We did not buy one for my daughter because she would not have stood for for that ride. Like, she's not there yet. So we just bought it for the adults and then we switched. So somebody goes at the beginning of our time and then the other stay with my daughter and then we switch. And so we get it in usually in that hour time frame. instead of having to try to explain this ride or switch for the kid who's too scared to go on the ride.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just works out easier that way. So we did buy that for Guardians, and I believe we bought one for Ratatouille because it just wasn't lining up when we could try to get on at a good time when the wait time was low. And that's something that we all enjoy. And my daughter was just like, "I really wanna ride that ride."
Yeah, I get it, 'cause that
So
one's for everybody.
it
Ratatouille,
really is,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Guardians, not so much. I mean, it's got a wide range, but it definitely isn't for everybody.
Yeah, Guardians, we had to take a seat on the bench.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna ask you. Well, I was gonna ask you because you're a veteran Walt Disney World traveler. So Ellen's Energy Adventure or Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean,
I mean, oh no.
I'm a
Guardians
big
was good. I mean,
Guardians is awesome. I'm just
it's
joking,
awesome. I mean, there's
but man,
Ellen's is real corny, but
yeah, exactly, dude. But I mean, you know what? The 43-minute slow moving bench never screwed me up. So
this
yeah,
is also very true. I did not feel like I either needed a chiropractor or no need for a chiropractor anymore.
I didn't need a chiropractor. I just needed a trash can. That's all. I mean, almost. I was just
Yeah, yeah.
they're
We
feeling good.
even took Dramamine, and my husband's like, "I need to sit on this bench
Yeah.
for a
Like,
moment."
people I don't know, some people I think are just meant to be like, F-15 pilots, they just get
Yeah.
off that thing unfazed, like, "Let's go again." I'm like, "What is wrong?" Scott, like, "Dude, okay.
Like,
I'll see you.
no.
I'll be over in connections."
Yeah.
Ride it to your heart's content. Have fun. I'm good. No, that's cool. I mean, but it is kind of remarkable because obviously Yidman is 21. This is kind of the newest e-ticket.
Mhm.
I mean, did you think I mean, you're probably pretty impressed with the overall experience of that.
I was. It was really good. I liked, obviously, the music because 'cause I'm old enough to appreciate the music. And I know the story at least because my husband's made me watch almost all those movies. Um, it was definitely less frightening than the Guardians ride in, Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool, and I would definitely do it again.
Nice. Okay,
I would
so
probably even pay for it again.
ooh, look at you putting your money down to feel sick again. We are
Yep.
not smart people. I'm just saying we're not doing great for Missourians on this show. Okay. And you live a blink away from Marceline. So I'm just saying
That is true.
you're not too far from Walt's old hometown. All right. So let me ask you this too. So we mentioned when you're over the contemporary, we have talked really about the Magic Kingdom. So how did that unfold? Because you got all those attractions there. Like, what are some of your favorites? How was that?
Some of our favorites, well, we got to try Tiana's for the first time.
Mhm.
I did have to bribe my daughter to go on that because she doesn't like the drop, and
Yeah,
I
I
was
get it.
like, "But you love Tiana," so
So
I
so it's
bribed her.
90% of the ride you're gonna love. It'll be the 6 seconds you're gonna hate, but you're gonna go.
Exactly, and I told her when it was coming and, she was totally fine, she lived. Um, we have to do the classics like, obviously the Carousel of Progress and Buzz before it gets reimagined, which I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Um, let's see, what else do we like to do? Oh, we have to ride It's a Small World because you
Yes.
have to. Peter Pan is a favorite, and the Haunted Mansion, which my daughter did the stretching room for the very first time at Disney World this time. She hates that room, and when he told her, like, I told her what it does, like, I ruined that magic for her, so
Oh,
she knows what it
hang
is.
on, she's worried about the stretching room? Like, I mean,
Yes.
real. Like, there's something that bothers her about that? Like, that's funny to
Yes,
me.
she
Like,
did,
I've
yeah,
never
she
heard
just didn't know, but she went to the one in Disneyland because
yeah,
there's no escape route, as we learned the hard way. You can't, because that's how you get to the ride. So she's since watched all the specials about it and now understands how everything works and what it does, but
this
she
is
just doesn't.
actually
So
stretching.
I
Yeah.
know, so I just, like, hold her real tight, and I'm like, "You're gonna be fine." But she's after that, she's finally with the Haunted Mansion, Team Haunted Mansion with
But you
us.
did Tiana's. I mean, that's like that man, that's okay. So was Tiana's like the most thrilling attraction she did throughout the trip?
Probably.
I'll say she didn't do like Tower of Terror or anything like that.
No,
I say
no.
good, good. I was like, if she could do that, I was like, oh, stretching room's not
No.
a problem. No, but I mean, for an 11-year-old,
Mhm.
Tiana's pretty intense. It's like a 60-foot drop. I'll
Yeah,
give her credit
yeah.
for that. I remember the Six
So
Flags in St. Louis, like the log ride used to scare me when I was a kid. So, and that wasn't even. Now look at it now; it's not even that tall. Like
I
she
know.
When I was a little kid, that thing was like Mount Everest going over the top of
It
that thing.
really was, it really was.
You had to bribe me. I was like, "Oh my god, I don't wanna go on that thing." And then the
And then
screaming
the fact
oh,
that it's just, like, free going, I don't know, that kinda
it's more going uphill. I'm scared the log was gonna like, flip over backwards. I
Yeah.
thought as a kid, my brain always it still does, like, to this day, I think about stuff too much. Like, I should just chill, not worry about the log flipping over backwards, going up the
Mhm,
hill, like, all kinds of stuff like that, but,
mhm.
that's just not how I work. Anyway, back to your stories because I need therapy or something. So let's talk dining because we haven't jumped into that. You mentioned you had some kind of hidden gems that you found throughout this trip. So
Mhm.
share some of those with us too, because we love talking dining on the show.
So, we tried Satuli Canteen for breakfast,
Ooh,
and holy moly,
I didn't even
their
know they had breakfast, to be honest. Maybe I
I
never
don't think I did either, but my parents and my daughter left for Flight of Passage earlier than my husband and I did, because I had ridden it before, and, I talked about a while ago that my husband, wasn't small enough to fit in it. He's a tall, big dude, and so we know he wasn't going to fit on the ride vehicle, and I was like, "Whatever." So we were slowly behind them, that morning. And so we're sitting in Santuli waiting for them, because it's the coolest place and closest too. And then all of a sudden I'm like, "They have breakfast.
huh.
We still need breakfast." And they have this French toast, and you can get this blueberry cheesecake topping for it.
Is that legal for breakfast? Holy
I
cow.
don't know,
That
but
sounds
we went
super
for
like
it.
that sounds I mean, it's vacation, but that sounds like
Exactly.
you should only be able to get something that good, like, on a cruise.
No,
Yeah.
it was so, so good. So we just
Holy cow.
ordered a bunch of French toast all around and sides of I think some sides of
Oh,
bacon, and I could have just eaten that little cup of
what you're doing right
cream
now
cheese.
is you are decreasing the wait times at Rope Drop from Flight of Passage.
To
And you
say
are
tuna
messing
canteen.
up the mobile orders for Satuli Canteen. All of a sudden, like, all the data's going.
But
Whoa,
yeah, we didn't I didn't it didn't even register, that they had that, and we were like, "Well, we're right here, let's try something new."
okay.
And then we went to Seasons, and I think it may have been myself ordered the salmon. I don't know why, but I was like, "It's Disney, I'm gonna trust them."
Yeah.
It was really good because that's a mass produced kinda thing. It's not necessarily like it's not a sit down restaurant, and it was really good. It wasn't overcooked. And then there was I think either myself or my daughter got something with ratatouille, and she tried it, and she was just eating it all. She's like, "Can I need more of this." And that was kind of like I didn't expect that to be so good. I was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna hope for the best. It sounds good." I didn't want anything too heavy because it was so hot. So that seemed like the best option, and I was shocked that it was actually so good.
And that is like you gotta watch it when you go in the summer and it's super hot, is
Mhm.
that, because we always had to go in the summer too, being teachers, is that like, there's so many things you wanna have. Like, I'm a huge clam chowder person. Like, I love it. Like, we go to Columbia Harbor House and they have clam chowder. And I get it because 'cause I'm like, man, I just like because again, like my family doesn't eat anything seafood. So I get it. And then shoot, I walk out into immediately walk out into Liberty Square in July and it'd be like, dude, what did I just do to myself? I just ate clam
Mhm.
chowder. But you want to try to find lighter options, and sometimes like you discover like salmon. Oh, that's pretty decent
Mhm.
option for smoking hot Florida in the
Yeah.
summer. And
Mhm.
but I mean, you mentioned Sunshine Seasons, and I think that's a great point. I haven't gone there since Connections opened because like it kind of shifted the way I think about eating in the old future world. I used to always go to Sunshine Seasons. That was like my jam. That's where I always went, after riding Soarin' or living with land, boom, Sunshine Seasons, lunch, good spot. But now I always shift my thinking over to, get like the General Tso's chicken salad
Mhm.
or, some kind of chicken pizza or chicken sandwich or something over at Connections. But I wonder, it seems kind of like it's, kind of a hidden people are kind of forgetting about Sunshine down
Mhm.
there in the land nowadays. We don't talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah, we thought about doing the connections, but it just seems like everything that sounded good seemed too heavy though, so
yeah.
and we were there. And then we went to Docking Bay 7, which we had never been to before, and had moof juice. I forget what moof juice is. but
I've
it's
never
delicious.
seen a moof. I mean, I don't know
I don't know either, but it's delicious. Um, because my husband and my daughter don't like to ride Slinky Dog, so they went there and had moof juice, and my parents and I rode Slinky Dog, like we called us or I called us the OG3 because this all started out with the three of us. Um, and then we ended up eating dinner there one night, and um, my daughter had like the yip nip, which is just chicken.
Yep.
But that was and they had more moof juice. I forget what combination of juices it is, but it's very good. Um, and yeah, that turned out to be a really good sit down or a really good counter service meal in the air conditioning, which is also
Yeah, I
a
agree.
plus.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, and also at Docking Bay 7, they do have outside seating for the nicer times of the years because I have had a really nice like table outside there. Like it was like in November or something. And I was like, this is awesome because you can kind of
Mhm.
take in the atmosphere. But yeah, when it's hot, they do have great rocking air conditioning there. 'Cause
They
I've done
do.
that too.
It was amazing.
And I do
Yeah.
like that they give the things names there. It's like it's
Yeah, I know. So
mm,
we're trying to explain to my daughter, I'm like, "This is just actually"
it's
"Oh, okay."
but what I always tell my kid, like, once you're like 17% into the meal, I'm like, actually, it's like, it's like 22% yip. It's mostly chicken. It's mostly chicken. I'm like, can you taste the yip? I mean, it is, or the nip. Can you taste the nip? No. It's like, oh, I can't eat it. It's gross. I can't taste it. I'm like, shut up. I'm just making it up. This is just a fake name. No, I can for real taste the yip. I'm like, there's no yip in it. Then they won't eat it. Then
Oh,
I'm like, dude, my joke was so dumb. I'm like, now I just wasted $17 on chicken
I
nuggets.
know, right?
That's exactly what happens to me. Okay, so let's talk about any other kind of other stuff that might have happened throughout the trip. Any like pixie dust happen to you guys? Any like did you guys like any fireworks shows that you enjoyed? Anything like that?
So my husband and myself and my daughter, we closed out Magic Kingdom on our last day. That last night. My parents ended up staying during the day, and then we went back and we went for the fireworks. And so we were right across from Starbucks. So we're just like in the middle of the street, right as it was about to start. We try not to block anyone. And then I actually pixie dusted a family.
Oh,
So
cool.
there's this adorable family in front of us. They're watching the fireworks because we're behind them. And it's a little girl. She had to be like 3, and she was like being held by her dad. And then the mom had he had an infant, and he had headphones on because it was going to be loud. And she's just hanging on to him. They're watching the show, and I was like, okay, this is so cute. No one's gonna ask them to take a picture, or they're not gonna ask anyone to take a picture because you don't think about that. I was like, this is okay. I'm gonna be the creep. So
Yeah, yeah.
I took a chance and I took the picture. And then and as the show's going on, and I was really loving the projections on the side of us. That was really cool because I wanted to see the projections. I had seen the fireworks part of it. So I was really interested in seeing what they did down Main Street. So then the girl moves to the other side between the mom and dad, and then she starts hugging their necks. And I'm like, I'm
you're like Tim
melting,
Taylor.
not from the heat, but because it's just so cute.
You're
And I'm
like
like,
you're a photo
I'm
painter.
doing
I'm
it
like,
again.
like
I'm
a foot.
taking a picture. And so I took another picture because I was like, that if I would want someone to do this for
Yeah,
me.
yes.
So I was going to do that. So after the show, I'm like, I tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, I don't mean to be a creep, but I took these really cute pictures of your family because you're just so adorable. Such a beautiful family. And with technology, I could just airdrop
Yeah,
her the
yeah.
photos.
Delete 'em.
And they had this memory that they would have never gotten otherwise because you don't tell people, "Hey, can you take a picture of the back of me?"
Right,
Like,
right.
that's not you don't realize you also don't realize how adorable that is either. So, we were able to just kind of pixie dust a perfect strangers
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, you're right. I
evening.
mean, you gotta I mean, I could see where somebody, if they're really somebody's Scrooge could get
Mhm.
upset. But I mean, I mean, those could be the best pictures because they're those here's Ricky coming in, those like photojournalistic kind of
Yeah,
pictures, right? That you're capturing a moment rather than just taking a profile pic or something. And
yeah.
I mean that will take them back to that day because it's the family enjoying the moment with nobody even expecting that those pictures being taken. I mean,
Yeah, there was no more they didn't have a phone out, they were just in the moment with their family, and I was like, "I have to do this because I would want someone to do this for me, so I'm taking the chance." 'Cause I was trying to talk myself out of it for a while.
that's a good idea though. Yeah, I like that. And somebody actually in the clubhouse about 6 months ago or something posted she was there with her son. Well, I think they're watching Luminous at Epcot, and they were just watching the fireworks together. And the same things, a stranger kind of was watching from behind him and took like a silhouette of like her and her son and did the same thing, come up and airdrop the picture to them. And she was like, oh my gosh. Cause like her son was getting ready to go away to school. Like, and they were just like on a trip before he went away to school, like 16, 17 years old. And they were sharing a moment of watching, you can see like, cause like Luminous got those like white fireworks. So I was like, so you can just see like their silhouette. It was like, you like as a parent, like I'd pay $100 for that picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, because those are that's why you go to Disney with your family, like you want that moment. And sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, but I mean, you never expect to have it captured, ever. So, I mean, what was she just like, or he or she like super?
Oh, they were just like, "Oh my golly, thank you. Oh, can we take like your picture?" And I was like, "Oh, there's plenty of pictures." She's like, "Oh my," just like she just didn't know what to do but to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was like, "No, it was my pleasure. I would want someone to do the same thing for me." And then of course, having a daughter, knowing from 3 to 11 goes by like that, and pretty soon you're not going to be able to pick her up like that.
Yes.
And just to be able to do that for just a stranger, and because I had already seen the show numerous times, I've watched it on YouTube so many times, but I mean there is nothing like experiencing, like I really loved all the projections on Main Street, so that was really cool to experience, but I was just like, I will gladly do this. So that was a great way to end the vacation.
Yes. But I mean, yeah, it makes you feel good to like do that. But I mean, God, what a memory you made for that family. I love that. And also another great tip you threw in there, like watch fireworks from different locations, like get up on the castle, step back in Main Street, see the projections, watch them from back in Fantasyland where you don't even see the projections. It's a whole different, you don't see the projections, but it's cool back there too. Watch them from Tomorrowland. It's different shows kind of to see, especially when you get to Disneyland. You got different kind of shows like on It's a Small World and on the castle. There's like 5 different shows out there. Real quick before we wrap this up, I usually ask for like, and that was like the touching story. So you already nailed it. I mean, you already got like, oh, everybody, you're in the car. You already got that. Okay, so check. There we go. So you're friends with Ricky. All right. So now have you ever gone to Walt Disney World with Ricky or on a Disney trip?
No.
Okay.
In fact, we actually, as we were leaving, I think they were starting a trip.
Okay. Well, you got to give us like a Ricky story. Like, what's something we don't know about Ricky? Like, your friends with Ricky. Like, I gotta tell something about Ricky here. We gotta get some dirt.
Yeah, we took driver's ed together in the same.
Oh my God! I've ridden in a car with Ricky. She didn't pass. No way she passed.
I think she did.
I
don't know. Okay, it was a great car because it was also my very best friend from 8th grade was in that car. Like, we're still best friends to this day. So we had an awesome car.
So you went to Hazel Central took driver's ed. So who's your teacher?
Oh,
one of the coaches or something, was it?
No. I think I just talked about this to my mom and she's in the chat. I'm hoping she remembers.
Okay, because I had a coach too. It was Galanowski or something like that.
No,
we went like through Burger King and everything. Because I played sports, so like I got away with murder, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah, we rode across the bridge to Alton.
Yeah, oh man, that bridge. Yes, that bridge gave me nightmares. That bridge does not exist anymore. You know, but that and the Pie-Saw bird. If you go down, that thing scared the crud out of me. Probably still miss to this day. That thing, talons, and like I think my grandpa. Coach Kern, that was my baseball coach. That's
I remember him.
He was not a driver's ed coach, by the way, though.
But I do remember Coach Kern. Yes.
Yeah, he was my varsity baseball coach. Yes, I pitched for him and Coach Williams. Okay, so nobody else cares about this stuff, so we got to wrap. But you're a teacher and a Disney fan. So what advice would you give folks heading down to Walt Disney World with kids here soon? Because you're kind of the perfect match. Oh, apparently Coach Kern did coach driver's ed. My apologies. Is that your mom, Kelly?
Yes, that's my mom.
No, bad. I didn't know that, but he didn't coach driver's ed when I was there. He coached something else.
just don't push your kids. Just take it at their pace. I mean, I know you wanna try to do everything and go, 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 but if you do that, you're gonna miss out on some cool things. Cause like, she comes up with some great ideas and, and then also just take the time. I know there's gonna be meltdowns even at 11, and you're gonna have to talk to do some stuff, and we had to do that a couple times, and just if you just take the time to talk through it instead of like, "Let's go, we're in the happiest place, this is magical."
Yes.
I mean, it's not, and I mean, even as adult, you have to realize they don't have as much experience as you. But yes, I've taken her as 1.5-year old, 3, 4, um, like I don't even know, 9, 11. She, she's gone 5 times already in her life, and just kind of I we let her take the lead. We let her pick some things. We let her pick out I mean, if we can't decide, we just let her figure out.
There aren't
And
bad choices. I mean, no matter what
it
they pick.
really isn't. I mean, you're not at work.
Yeah. The restaurant's going to be good. The ride will be fun. The show will be
Exactly.
okay. Like, and you know what? Sometimes, like, even though you have a great day planned at the Magic Kingdom, cut your losses for a few hours, go
Mhm,
back to Pop Century, go back to Contemporary, jump in the pool. Everybody cools
mhm,
off. Take
mhm,
the kid will take a nap. I can take a nap maybe for an hour, recharge, boom, bounce back. Everybody's reset and everybody's happy again.
mhm,
I think you're right. If you just keep pushing and saying, we've got this all scheduled. I got the perfect plan. We just got to keep.
mhm.
Oh, that's the worst thing you can do. I mean, it's the same thing with teaching too. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got a lesson, like I got to get through this lesson no matter what. No, 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 man, it ain't going. You
mhm.
just got to stop and just we try again tomorrow.
One of my favorite quotes about teaching before I started, and that kinda goes with life. Teaching is 1/4 preparation, 3/4 theater, and then
Yep.
I add that theater is improv theater,
Oh
where
yeah.
you just have to go with the flow, and that's what parenting is. You can plan all you want, but that child's gonna improv, and you're just gonna have to say yes and
Yep.
go about kinda let them lead a little bit, and let them choose some things to do, and don't overplan.
This is a great show for this week. I love this because perfect timing, and this is great stories, and it's just been a ton of fun, lots of laughs, and lots of great memories. Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on, starting the week with us, and best of luck on the school year, and thanks for all the tips you provided for our audience today. And man, being a friend with Ricky for all those years, something. I'm telling you, I've been. You know what? I subbed for her class in 6th grade at Jamestown Elementary. That's all.
Oh, nice, yes, I had some friends who went to Jamestown too.
Oh, that school had no walls. Like, people can't picture this. It was an elementary school with no walls between the classrooms. Like, it was an open school concept.
Yeah,
So
I
we
subbed at one of those in Ferguson, Florissant when I was in college, and it is weird, you're like,
yes, well, that's where I taught forever for 17 years.
"Yeah, everybody is all up in your."
Yeah, and yeah, but I mean, that was the
Yeah,
worst place to sub because, like, I'd be teaching, dude, I could see, like, 7 or 8 other classes, like,
mhm,
the kids could get up and, like, just look across the bookshelves, and I'm like, "This is a circus." Like, how am
mhm,
I supposed to control 6th graders when they can see their friends in 7 different classes?
mhm.
Like, this is
And
nuts.
6th graders are already harder to
Exactly,
control.
Ricky's in the class, I'm trying to control Ricky. Ricky's, like, throwing spit lines, I'm like, "Sit down, Ricky." No, she wasn't doing that. Yeah, maybe she was. I can't remember. Who knows? Probably. I'm gonna say she was. Anyway, Stephanie, thanks so much, and MIZ out there in mid Missouri. We'll see you soon.
Mhm.
All right. Don't forget today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the great details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com. Great for all those back to school supplies. Supports the show with every purchase. Again, please just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you again to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. It's your support. Thank you so much for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast. You can give me a follow on the social media. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike on X.com, Instagram, and Threads. And the place to come, it's absolutely free. Everybody hangs out there, all the fun Disney fans, about 1,500 of us, 24/7. It's our Discord server. It's like a message board / live chat. Coming over, it's fun. We have channels for every topic. the Disney resorts, the Disney theme parks. We even have a fantasy football league starting here soon for everybody. Come on over and join us. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. And finally, join us this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. It's the BOGP open line where we get the phone lines open. You guys give us a call. We talk Disney for the hour. The show is totally turned over to you. So join us Sunday night. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Tune in, call in. Let's talk Disney. Scotty G joins us. It's a ton of fun. All right. We'll have listener questions on Wednesdays. If you have a question, get it in quick. Mike at beourguestpodcast.com. We'll get that in the queue. But until then, for Stephanie out in mid-Missouri, I'm Mike here in St. Charles, Missouri. You guys have a great Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Good stuff. That was fun. We need more dirt on Ricky, but
I know. I'm trying to remember.
Put you on the spot. I should have asked earlier.
I know. I'm like, well, and we did theater together.
And I can see her doing that. I remember I took stagecraft because I had to have like one of those credits because I didn't like do like a whole lot of whatever those kind of arts were, but
I couldn't play music and
I didn't take like singing classes or anything like that. Like, you gotta have one of those to graduate. So I took stagecraft and then like the one where you built the sets. That was what that was, maybe. I can't remember.
And I did the technical part of theater. So like my senior year, I was the props queen.
I was an usher. Like I had to be an usher at the plays. Like that was my thing. Like
So I helped build sets and I helped find props, and so I did every musical since the spring one, my freshman year till senior year.
So what school were you talking about? Were you talking about Walnut Grove in Ferg Floor?
It might have been, yes.
Probably. That's what I think.
Yes, they were open. Yes, I actually did like a permanent sub thing there.
Yep. Dude, that school was a mess. It still is.
I made friends with this one lady. She actually got me she suggested an assistant teaching job at this fancy private school in St. Louis that I did for 2 years. But I subbed for her wedding in summer school, and I was like 3 minutes into the day, this kid's like, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, sure. And then he went to the bathroom.
No,
you're in third grade, my friend. Third grade, my friend.
Yeah,
we're not equipped to clean this up.
Walnut Grove was tough. My first spot was at because I student taught at Wedgwood in Ferg Floor, and then I also student taught at Barrington and Hazelwood. That was my second placement. I taught second grade at Wedgwood and then sixth grade at Barrington. And then I got hired to finish because I graduated in January. So I got hired to teach second grade the rest of the year. So my first job, the second grade teacher took her class to music and PE, like, for specials, and just never came back. Like, just dropped them off.
Oh, no.
That's how bad they were. Just never came back, like right before Christmas.
I mean, I can't say I haven't thought about it.
I took the class. I almost did it too. So she just her name was Minnie Lowe, dude. She just left, like bugged out, like right before Christmas, just took them to music specials and just never came back. So I got that class because I graduated, I graduated on a Sunday from UMSL. And then it started on a Monday and took them the rest of the year, second grade at Parker Road over by the Civic Center. And then finished out there. And then I got hired on at Wedgwood, and I taught there for like 9 years. I taught next door to my wife. That's where I met my wife. We taught next door to each other.
Yeah, I did my student teaching in St. Louis public schools.
Oh man. And
education.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then I went to the fancy private school and was a teacher's aide for a while. And then we moved to Michigan.
Nice. Well, see, my wife was adjunct at UMSL, and so she did a lot of stuff with the public St. Louis public schools, like Normandy and like Maplewood, Richmond Heights, because they ran this literacy program out of UMSL, and she ran that. So she did a lot of stuff back in the day. Now she's retired, so she's not that old. She's only like 6 months older than me. But
I know, but the Missouri public school retirement is awesome.
We're hoping. We haven't found out yet. We'll see. Hopefully we check here soon. We'll see how that works out. She says we're good. I'm like, okay.
Okay, if you say so.
A lot of vacations, I guess. I've heard I work almost 23 hours a day now. I guess I can find another couple. I don't know. I guess I'm dead. Who knows? Hey, it's great to meet you. I appreciate the time. And like I said, good luck with the school year. And if you need anything, give me a yell.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Hope to see you soon. All
Okay.
right. Take care.
You
All
too.
right. Bye. All right. Now I'll catch you guys. Let's see. It's Wednesday. I'll see you on Sunday morning for Mike in the Midwest and then Sunday night. See you guys.